Welcome to the Roasted Snow Horror Show,
where fear and dread go head to head.
Welcome to the show, where the screams collide, where blood runs cold, and the shadows hide. Each week a fight, two films will clash. Last week's champ, will it burn to ash? The Roasted Snow Horror Show, where fear and gore will always flow. One film wins, one must go. The Roasted Snow Horror Show. Lights go down, the fight begins. Which nightmare takes the final win? You pick your side, we'll break it down. The Roasted Snow, the goriest showdown.
and here are your hosts.
Chris and Ryan.
Welcome, everyone, to the Roasted Snow Horror Show. I'm your host, Ryan Rosted. Everybody thinks my last name is Roasted. With me is Sexual Tyrannosaurus, Viagra Pill with a Face, my the OG video game lover of all time, Chris Snow. What's up, man?
How you doing, boy?
I'm good.
I've been thinking about this episode all day. I'm so excited.
Well, so for you guys, Friday we're covering Mortal Kombat. So Chris, being the video game enthusiast that he is, decided that we should do a top 5 and bottom 5 video game horror movie adaptations over history.
And if you guys are anything like me and you watch most video game adaptations of horror films, the vast majority of them are stinkers. I was telling Ryan that today. He's like, we should do the best and then the worst. And I was like, well, maybe most of them are stinkers. And then he came up with the idea of, maybe we'll do the top 5 tolerable.
Yeah, that stand above because their predecessors are so bad. They're shit. Because
Horrible.
and like I'll tell you, like I play video games. I have played video games. Our group of friends, they would play Halo. They would do all that. I never got into that. I do like the Madden, the NHL. I've done Mortal Kombat. I've done the Jedi Fallen Survivor. I've done that stuff. But I'm interested to know, just, is there a video game that you love that they don't have plans to make a movie and they've never made a movie on? What's your go-to on that?
That's actually a really good question, because they're making either a movie or a show, a series out of everything that I love. They made it out of The Last of Us. Season 1 was all right, and season 2 is just an abortion. They're making an Amazon Prime series out of God of War. Our very own Opie from Sons of Anarchy is going to play Kratos, which is kind of cool. And yeah, Hollywood is obviously they're not as original as they used to be, so they're just kind of adapting everything. But if I had to really choose a game that I really love and, is kind of stuck at the forefront of my mind that they have not made a movie out of, man, that's such a good question. I would say I'm going to cheat here, because they made a movie with the name of this game, but it's not based on any of the games. It's a series of games. But I would say a game called Final Fantasy X from 2001.
Okay, all right.
One of the most beautiful games I've ever played in my life. I'll never forget. I beat it, and I was crying because it's a tragedy. And my dad was like, I locked my door because I don't want anyone to see me crying. My dad's like banging on the door, like, "Why are you crying?" So he takes out the key and unlocks the door. He's like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm just like, the credits are rolling on the screen, right? I'm like, it's the game. It's really sad. And he's like, "We need to talk about taking this PlayStation away from you if you're going to act like this." I'm like, "Dad, it's a story and it's really sad and I'm feeling it. I'm allowed to have feelings."
He's like, "Are you winning, son?"
That's exactly right. Play this game. Let them play this game. It's like, that's Grand Theft Auto. No, I'm not going to let them play that.
No. That'd be a fun movie, Grand Theft Auto, the movie. They'd never do it justice, but I knew a few people that would play Final Fantasy, and I know nothing about the story, know nothing about the gameplay, anything, but I'd always catch these cutscenes, and they're very, very cinematic. That
was the thing. You remember PlayStation and PlayStation 2, they went above and beyond to make those Final Fantasy games look like, oh my God, I feel like I'm watching a movie. You remember that feeling? You were playing Nintendo 64, Quarterback Club 99. You're like, I feel like I'm watching a real game.
These graphics are incredible.
These graphics are crazy. It's like a polygon.
Yeah, no, they weren't. But yeah, like I would do like the Turok and like that. I was like, oh yeah, let's go. We're gonna fucking hunt some dinosaurs. Love it, love it. So. Obviously, guys, we're doing video game week. This is going to be a two-parter, so we're going to do it next week too. And then obviously we go Mortal Kombat on Friday. Can't wait to talk about that one because it, as someone that played those games, and maybe I'm not the most hardcore on those games, but I enjoy the hell out of them. I could spend hours just like my dad came into town one time, and I was like, Dad, watch this, and I think it was Mortal Kombat 11, and I was just like, just practicing fatalities. I'm like, watch this shit, and he's like, the hell is wrong with you? I love that so much.
I had a buddy come over and watch a football game with me, and I was finishing a match, and it was a fatality that Liu Kang did, and you basically. He backflips the person into the air and they just explode. And then as their body parts are falling down, he takes out his nunchucks and he just like smacks them. My buddy was like, it's super, super realistic, huh? I was like, absolutely.
There's videos of like doctors watching fatalities. Like, yeah, that wouldn't happen. I'm super excited to talk about that one. Obviously, we'll dive into a little bit of the first one that is here. God help me if on this list you have Annihilation. It might be on your worst list. So if it's on that, then fine. But with that, we're just gonna get rolling. I'm dying to know. We didn't talk before. Are we doing the most tolerable 5? Or are we doing the fucking worst?
We are doing the absolute worst because it was a much easier list to come to.
I think it would be harder because there's way more to choose from. You're like, God damn.
Man. And that's the part of me that was thinking about it all day long. It's like, there's so many bad ones. There's the so few good ones makes it a little bit easier because I can be like, well, I could rattle off 3 off the top of my head. But yeah, this one I'm like, you know what? There are some that are just so head and shoulders horrible above the other ones. And I did put some rules together for this. So the first rule, those of you who are familiar with this man and his films, he's notoriously one of the worst filmmakers of all time. His name's Uwe Boll. He's a German
Ryan Johnson.
That too, Mr. Johnson. Uwe Boll, you guys, you could Wikipedia him, you can Google him. He's a German filmmaker who somehow continues to get funding to make these movies that are based on video games. This man has not made a good film in his career. Every single film he makes is like it's kind of a running joke of how bad they are. There's a really funny YouTube video if you want to search Uwe Boll complains about critics, and it's just it's a video he took of himself complaining about how his movies are so much better and more fun than like Marvel Cinematic Universe and the Avengers, and he's like, go watch some of that bullshit this weekend instead of real art that I make. It's genuinely funny. But all that to say, one of my rules is I can only include 2 Uwe Boll films, so I have 2 Uwe Boll films. Otherwise, this whole list would just be a bunch of Uwe Boll films. So we're starting.
That's a different episode, and I'll throw one in here because I didn't mention it, guys. This is Chris's list. Like, I'm not popping in and giving my bottom 5 because I'm not the expert on this. But so I get to pop in and play critic of his fucking list. So sorry, go on. Go for it.
So for that's first rule. Only 2 Uwe Boll films. I also am sticking to only 1 film out of each franchise. So if you guys are familiar with like Resident Evil, there's like 8 Resident Evil movies. And fun fact, there's a new one that Zach Kreger's doing that's out in September, which looks amazing. And you guys better believe that Ryan and I will be doing an episode on that.
Before Mortal Kombat, that when I saw it, they showed a preview for that one and Evil Dead Burn, and I was just like, I'm like, that's why we're covering Mortal Kombat.
Exactly, you know it, baby.
Yeah. So, sorry, let's.
Yeah, no, you're good. But ultimately, those are kind of the only 2 rules that I really stuck with because you would get caught up in the dearth of horrible films in both of these franchises. But that was kind of what I stuck with. So without further ado, I will give a quick honorable mention. Well, actually, did you have anything else before we jump into this?
No, I don't think so. I'm interested to see your list to see if I've either played the video game or seen the movie, because I feel like there are some, like Until Dawn, which we've talked about before. I never played that video game. I researched it a little bit, and how the movie really differed from the plot of the game, and I'm just interested on I'm just excited to get this going. So let's just fucking get it going. Let's go.
Let's jump in, baby. So we're going to start with a quick honorable mention. We did say that we're going to be doing the top 5 worst video game films tonight. This one did not make the cut of the worst. And I say that because the star power behind this film, I think, elevates it a little bit. It's not good. That said, again, the star power and the action of this film and the pacing is fun to watch. Like you can put it in now, you can put it on as background noise. You'd be like, yeah, it's not horrible. It's tolerable. But I am of course talking about Doom, 2005's Doom, with The Rock, with Carl Urban, our boy Johnny Cage. What's her name was in it? Samantha something. I don't remember. Or no.
So long since I've seen that movie.
Yeah.
But fuck, I remember seeing that in theaters, and I still have it on DVD somewhere, and I'll just that's just a feel-good movie. I don't know. It's a guilty pleasure. I love that
really
movie.
It's tolerable. You can pop it in, you can watch it.
The Rock, he's just kind of getting started being that main action hero guy.
He's very small in this film. You guys, as you know, The Rock, go back and watch Doom, and he's an ex-WWE wrestler, right? But he's small.
And
probably half the size he is.
The video game Doom, I mean, talk about a first-person shooter. I mean,
it's one of the progenitors. It's one of the first-person shooters.
The graphics on that are so bad, but I just remember first playing it. Probably played it younger than I should have on the computer, and I just remember you shoot something and blood comes out. You're shooting a demon, and it's like fuck. I just remember The Rock in the movie. He's like, if you see it, kill it.
There's a scene when he's fighting Carl Urban, and Carl Urban takes him down. And he just gets back up, and he's like, Semper Fi, motherfucker.
Fucking love it.
All right.
I'm so happy it's not on the bottom 5.
Not on the bottom 5. So, jumping into number 5, you already mentioned it, buddy. We're going with Mortal Kombat Annihilation. This movie's such a turd. I mean, it kind of blows your mind because of how good Mortal Kombat is. Still, to this day, 1995's Mortal Kombat, Paul W. Anderson, fantastic movie. I mean, it's enjoyable. It's not even tolerable. It's enjoyable. The fights are really cool. Stands up. The CGI is 1995 CGI, so it is that, but they use it minimally.
They have a practical Goro. Yeah.
They have a practical Goro. They made a real Goro. Lyndon Ashby played Johnny Cage, and he had the swagger and all of it. Robin Shou was Liu Kang. Fantastic. That final fight between Liu Kang and Kirihiro Yukitagawa Shang Tsung was amazing. I still play the soundtrack to Mortal Kombat when I'm working out sometimes. It's part of my rotation. But Mortal Kombat Annihilation it's just a turd. It's just they made it, I want to say like a year after Mortal Kombat came out because, they want to capitalize on the hype, and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 had come out a couple of years prior, so it's like Mortal Kombat fever's going on. But there was no thought into what the plot of this film was going to be. It loosely follows Mortal Kombat 2 and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 a little bit. But the basic plot is, Liu Kang has won the tournament. He defeated Shang Tsung. Earthrealm is safe. And then at the end of the first film, the last scene is Shao Kahn illegally invades Earthrealm. And he's like, I'm bringing my army. He's like, I don't care that I lost. I'm going to take this realm anyway. I was on the brink of having it. So he invades Earthrealm. All of his warriors and his bad guys are kind of going around the world and subjugating it. And of course, Liu Kang and Sonya Blade and Raiden and Jax they're going to Outworld. They're going to go defeat Shao Kahn. They're going to save Earthrealm. Off the bat, bullshit move they did. They killed Johnny Cage in the first scene. Like that is such a rug pull. If you enjoyed the first film and they make a sequel and the first 5 minutes are like, we're going to kill off one of the main characters. Often, I'm not saying it never works. Oftentimes it doesn't work. It really is a rug pull. I don't like that kind of thing, especially with someone like Johnny Cage, who's one of the iconic characters. All that to say, it's just a mess. The plot's a mess. The graphics are just horrible. It looks like they made it for the Sci-Fi Channel. You know what I mean?
Shao Kahn looks like a pussy in this movie.
Shao Kahn looks like such a wiener. They made Lord Shinnok, who's like one of the main. Like you have Shao Kahn, and then Shinnok is like a step up as far as bad guys. The Mortal Kombat lore goes.
He's just god.
He looks like a 55-year-old dude who's wearing a cape. Shinnok is like, he has pale face, kind of looks like Joker. He has horn, it's a whole thing. And they just went with a stupid thing like that. Shao Kahn, there's a really funny scene where he stands up off his throne, and instead of walking the 5 steps down, he just flips off of it and flips over the step. And they take it's like a 3-shot camera move, like he's doing a flip. It's just like, where is this film going, man? But all of it is
bad Power Ranger episode.
It's like a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers episode, and except Power Rangers were cool.
No, I love Power Rangers. I'm not talking shit about them. Another thing about, I guess it was in both movies, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, but did the same guy play Raiden in both movies? Because because I was like, I think the one in Annihilation was fucking whitewashed as all fuck.
Yeah, Raiden was Christopher Lambert in Mortal Kombat, and that worked. He wasn't Japanese, but he's Highlander. It was fine. It was serviceable. He was a great Raiden. And then in the second one, it was James Remar, who's he. And what they did with Raiden pissed me off too. So Raiden gives up his immortality and he shows back up to the heroes. His head's all shaved and he's wearing like a sleeveless tank top. It's like,
what's up, guys?
Yeah,
you want to go surfing?
Raiden, I'm mortal now. It's just bad. Queen Sindel delivers one of the worst movie lines of all time. Kitana looks at her and she's like, "Mother, you're alive." And Sindel goes, "Too bad you will die." It's meant to be like, oh, it's sinister. No, it's so bad, man. There's one scene in this film where our heroes are fighting Baraka, except Baraka is 3 different Tarkatans, so they're fighting 3 Tarkatans. If you have time, throw in a picture of the Tarkatan Baraka from Mortal Kombat Annihilation right here, so you can see how horrible it is. So that and they use the death, because what happens with Baraka, they knock him into like these pits and fire flames up and kills him. They use the exact same scene of the character falling into a pit for all 3. It's literally they just put the scene back in. I'm just like, it's
budget, you know.
Yeah. So all that to say, guys, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. As much as we love 1995's Mortal Kombat, and of course we're going to talk about Mortal Kombat 2, 2026 version on Friday. Mortal Kombat Annihilation is it's a turd. It's a stinker. They never, ever, ever should have made this film.
So, obviously, I'm glad you put it on the list. I'm a little worried that it was the bottom of your list, which this case is the top of the list.
It gets so much worse.
I am so scared because I thought for sure that would be the top 2.
No.
And that one's interesting because, I mean, there's not, at least I don't think there's a game called Mortal Kombat Annihilation. They have Deadly Alliance. So I mean, it's
Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Mortal Kombat Gold, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Mortal Kombat 4, Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero, Mortal Kombat Special Forces, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Mortal Kombat Deception, Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
Oh yeah.
And then the reboot Mortal Kombat, then Mortal Kombat X, and Mortal Kombat 11, and now Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah. So
how good am I?
This is why Chris is running this tonight, because he just listed that off like boom, boom, boom. I'm like, even if I was a huge fan, I don't know if I could name them all. But all right, what could possibly be worse than Annihilation? I gotta hear this.
So this next one's extremely disappointing to me, and I say this because this series of games is one of the best series of all time. The most recent one released in February, and to give you guys an idea, it released on a Tuesday. By the following Sunday, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I had already put 32 hours into this game. So the game series is fantastic. It continues to be fantastic. I think it's going to continue to be fantastic. But my God, is this movie just such I use the word, it's an abortion. It's an abortion. It's terrible. I'm talking, of course, about Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City is the name of this film.
I've heard things about it, and they're all right around what you're talking about. And I'll just tell you right now, I've barely played the Resident Evil games. I thought they were creepy enough, but I just, I never got into the just walking around trying to find shit. But like the Mila Jovovich movies, at least the first one, I really liked. The Vegas one was weird. I don't really remember it all that much, but yeah. And then obviously looking forward to the new one. But tell me what is so fucking bad about Raccoon City.
So you have to be. I mean, these movies are made for fans of the game, right? I mean, you need to know. I will say Resident Evil kind of tried to bridge that gap. Like, we want to make a movie that's it's fan for the fans of the game, but it's also kind of a mainline action horror film. And suffice to say, little bit of teaser for next week's episode. Resident Evil will be on the list of best ones because the first Resident Evil with Mila Jovovich it's again fantastic, infinitely watchable. But this movie, they tried to adapt the story of the games, which Resident Evil and the Mila Jovovich ones did not do. They kind of took the main point, virus, outbreak, infection, They took that and they ran their own direction with it, which, again, it makes it kind of its own thing, so you don't have to expect that they're going to follow the story of the games anymore. Welcome to Raccoon City tried to take Resident Evil, the original, very first one, and Resident Evil 2, and it tried to make them happen. Number one, it tried to make them happen at the same time, which, again, is not a horrible thing, but when you guys think of, or when you think of a movie that's bloated and there's just too much going on, there's too much that you're trying to shove into 2 hours, there's too many characters that you're trying to follow, that is ultimately what this movie suffers from. I don't want to spend too much time talking about the casting choices that they made here. We can talk at length ad nauseum, and you guys are welcome to chime in the comments below, send us an email, your thoughts on, is there this woke agenda? I'm not gonna dig into that. I don't care. Everyone's welcome to their own thoughts on that. I will say in this regard, like the casting choice they made for Leon S. Kennedy, who's kind of the main character at this point of Resident Evil. He's the main character of the new one of the main characters of Resident Evil Requiem that just came out. That's the one I was telling you guys about in February. He's very beloved as a video game character, so a lot of people kind of close to heart. They chose this. Let me give you his name real quick. You guys can look him up. And this is not a diss to him. It's just a horrible casting choice.
Ray Skywalker.
Yeah, very soon. His name's Avan Jogia, something. He's a Canadian actor. He's not the issue. It's the fact that Leon Kennedy he's a rookie cop, but he's a hero. He is a heroic character. He's brave. He's courageous. He faces all that stuff. And they took him and number one, they messed up the casting so bad. And you guys can make the comparison and you guys can decide for yourself why that is. But they made Leon a pussy. Like he's a wiener. It's like
he's Shao Kahn in Annihilation.
He's not a wiener. He's a freaking hero. He's all the things. If you guys are familiar with the games, he's all those things, right? But they took the events of Resident Evil 2, which in the canon of the games happens about 3 months after Resident Evil takes place. And there's a specific reason for that. It's because what's happening in Resident Evil 2 is the consequences of everything that happened in 1, right? So when you make those things butt up and you try to bloat it with the entire cast of Resident Evil, the entire cast of Resident Evil 2, and try to give them all storylines and try to make it all make sense in the same context, it's just too much. There's so much to follow. There's so much going on. If you don't know the games, you would be so lost watching this film. I mean, the ultimate issue is Resident Evil 1 deals with the outbreak of this virus that turns people into zombies, and it happens in a mansion that's in the mountains outside of the town, outside of Raccoon City. Raccoon City is it's Midwest USA. It's Milwaukee, Wisconsin, okay? All of the first game takes place in a mansion outside the city. You're not even in the city. It's this mansion infected with zombies. You learn about this corporation, Umbrella, that's made this virus that turns people into zombies. 3 months later, Resident Evil 2 takes place, and that's when all of the monsters and the virus from the mansion, you find out that Umbrella also operates in the city. The virus has been loosed in the city, and you play 2 people, Leon a cop and Claire a college student, trying to escape the city. They're completely isolated by themselves. The city's completely overrun, okay? In this movie, they take those things and they make them happen at the exact same time, and you're just like, this isn't making sense. We don't know where this is going. Like, there's too much happening. Can't follow any of it. Too many characters. All those pieces. And not only do they take the main cast and try to overbloat this movie with it, they take the villains, of which there are many, and also shoehorn all of the villains in. So, I mean, it's like ordering 2 sushi rolls, right, and some miso soup for your dinner, and they bring out an entire sushi boat that's all you can eat, and they expect you to eat the whole thing. That's a pretty good analogy.
Well,
let's say this movie's a turd. It's on Hulu. If you're like, I just need to know what he's talking about. It's on Hulu. You can watch it, but for the love of God, this is number 4 on the worst video game film adaptations.
Jesus Christ,
it's so bad.
Well, I don't know if it's going to make you feel better, but we can move on to number 3 if you're that pissed about number 4. When you were talking, I was going to hop in and guess, be like, I bet it's something Resident Evil. Which one? I don't know, but
there are so many.
Yep. All right, number 12.
So number 3 is kind of a wild card. Many of you guys probably will not be that familiar with this. This is sort of for your deep cut folks, but this is our first Uwe Boll film, and it is a movie called Blood Rain with Kristanna Loken. You guys might know Kristanna Loken as the Terminatrix from Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. Beautiful, deadly. Unfortunately, her career never really took off after Terminator, and she was relegated to drivel like this. But the basic premise of Blood Rain, and you get the premise is fantastic because the game is kind of fun. It's an old PlayStation 2 game, but Rain, she is a part human, part vampire. So what is that? A Dampier, I believe, like Blade. And It takes place in the 1930s and 40s, and you get to kill Nazis. You kill them with guns. You kill them with the blades on your hand. You can go up and suck their blood to replenish your life. Like, pretty cool premise, right?
If you guys don't know anything about this show, is we really get off on killing Nazis. It's so much fun.
It never gets old. It never gets old.
We love talking about it. So, sorry, had to put that in.
Not Nazis and zombies. So, of course, combining those two, like Call of Duty did, is just a gift to the world. That said, so yeah, that's the premise of the game. It's a lot of fun. It's one that I played obviously during my high school days. All that said, Uwe Boll took this and just squatted out this again an abortion of a film. It's so bad. He somehow got Ben Kingsley and Udo Kier to star in this. Michelle Rodriguez is in it. I think he got Michael Madsen in it. I don't know how the casting here happened. But they loosely, and I say loosely, adapt that of the game because, fun fact, this film, she doesn't even kill Nazis. They're not even the antagonist of the film. He took a main part of the game that makes it fun, it makes you want to do it, and completely removed it. So you have Rain meeting with all these people. If I remember right, she's chasing some talisman that's going to grant power to whoever holds it. I think the Brimstone Society is what it's called. So they go to Romania. They go into a castle. It's very gothic, but I got to be frank. The fact that there's no Nazis to kill, I did not care about anything that was happening here. It is so forgettable, you guys. It is. If you've seen it, if you've heard of it, it's probably one of the most forgettable movies I've ever seen. I want the hour and a half of my life back. Yeah,
I want to play that game now, though. Anytime you're pissed off, just go
kill some Nazis.
Yeah, go kill some Nazis. It's all good. Yeah, so maybe you already said it, but is the movie set in the 30s and 40s?
No.
Okay.
All of the important things. It's just let's just remove them. I want to make it my own thing. There's this stupid scene. One of the caretakers tries to assault S.A. Rain, who is a vampire. So obviously that doesn't go very well. It's just all this stupid crap that happens, and you're just like, I don't. By the time as you're approaching the end, it's one of those films where you're just like, how much time is left on this turd? Can I get up and do something else?
Can you play the game while the movie's in the background?
Yeah, there you go.
You got your
Fun
two
fact.
TVs.
And here's another thing: they made 3 of these pieces of shit.
Is this Rain Rayne?
It sure is.
Okay, I've seen whether it's I can't remember if I've seen the game poster or if it's the movie series, but I've seen that poster before.
To try to sell the second film, the sequel, they included the entire second game with it, so you can buy the DVD and you get the entire Blood Rain 2 game with it because Blood Rain 2 is
here's the game and then the Batman soundtrack.
Yep, exactly. To give you guys an idea, they made this film for $25 million, which is modest budget for a movie. It made $3.7 billion. I mean,
that's in the red.
It makes me angry thinking about what a turd this thing is. I mean, and if you guys are familiar with Uwe Boll, look up his filmography. It's just it. What else is there to say? He made Dungeon Siege in the Name of the King.
I'm gonna do this while you're. How do you spell his name?
Uwe Boll. Uweboll.
Maybe if my computer would work here. Okay, one sec. I'm gonna see if I've seen any of these. One sec. Let's see. Movies. Let's see what got here.
He did a Jason Statham movie called In the Name of the King, a Dungeon Siege tale.
There's Blood Rain.
Yeah, Blood Rain.
House of the Dead. I never saw that, but I can't remember if I played the video game or not. Yeah, there's Far Cry. Isn't that a video game?
Sure is.
Let's
Postal
see. Yeah, there's a
game.
whole holy shit, he's got a lot of movies here. I think I saw Alone in the Dark, but I had no idea what the fuck was going on. Let's see. Yeah, and then a bunch of other shit that I have never heard of. It looks like stuff that you would see for $5 at Second and Charles. That's too nice. You'd see it at for $1 at Second and Charles.
99 cents. It's the ones that you could you buy one and they'll give you 5. Because we need to get rid of the inventory.
Okay, well,
that's a good films.
I was gonna try and guess what your next movie of his was gonna be. Well, whether it's 2 or 1, you got to tell me before, and I'm gonna try and guess it. So you said there's only 2 of them on here. This is 1. Is number 2 from the same dude?
It is not. It is not.
Okay, so I'll save that for number 1. All right. What is number 2?
Number 2 pisses me off to add this. Because
okay. Oh, can I guess this one?
Do you want to guess now, or do you want me to give you some more context?
Oh, give me a little more context. Sorry.
Okay.
I got ahead.
Number 2 pisses me off to add this because it's sequel. The first film will be on the best game adaptation movies. And I adore this video game series as well, particularly the second game.
How many games are in the series?
4, 8 or 9.
No, Silent Hill 2.
Return
to Silent Hill. Yep.
You got Silent. So not Return to Silent Hill. Silent Hill Revelation.
Oh, Revelation. Okay, gotcha.
I want to say this one came out in 2012. I'm furious to put this on here because Silent Hill is so good. The games. I mean, I just finished replaying Silent Hill 2, the remake, this last weekend. I played that on Saturday.
And Return to Silent Hill, I think, is now on Peacock or Paramount. It's on one of those now. So if you go back and listen to our episode on that, because we did cover that, and I do believe, if I'm remembering correctly, you did briefly bring up Revelations, that you were not thrilled with it.
It's so upsetting what they did in this film, because the first film they took probably the most notorious villain / character in all of the Silent Hill franchise, which is Pyramid Head. You got it, buddy. Our man Pyramid Head. And they added him to the first one. And again, I like the first film, but we'll talk about that next week. Spoiler alert, Silent Hill will be one of the top 5. Revelation, they just try to bring things back, and they tried to adapt the third game. And they just did such a piss poor job. I get so furious when movie directors, writers, Hollywood in general, they take something to make a movie out of it, and they don't understand what makes it good. You know what I mean? I've had this complaint, and we've talked about this with Ryan Johnson with The Last Jedi, which I could make we could do a whole episode about this.
We do a special one. What non-horror movies scared us? Angered us. Made us want to become a horror villain. Yeah. You
take something, and you don't even take something beloved. You take something that's popular, we'll call it that, and you don't understand what makes it so. I guess I will use the word beloved. You don't understand what makes it that way. Ryan Johnson did that for The Last Jedi. He's like, I want to throw some surprises, and I want to deviate from what came before. It's like, no, you don't understand. What came before is what makes it magical. If you remove that, there's no soul, and that's why The Last Jedi sucks so bad. Same with Silent Hill Revelation. When directors and producers, they're just like, hey, we have a popular game here, let's make a movie out of it, we think it'll work, they lose sight of why the game is so loved. In Silent Hill's case, and this is something that the first film got good. The atmosphere, the tension, the story itself, what is going on, the unknown, the fact that there's Silent Hill exists and is scary because you get some backstory about the town and why the way it is, but it's never a complete story. You're really left to fill in a ton of gaps, and that's something that makes it scary. That's one of the things. Silent Hill Revelation just kind of shit all over all this stuff. It's like none of this stuff's really that important. We're going to tell you exactly why the town is the way it is. We're going to go back because it is a sequel to the Silent Hill film. Christopher's in it. They talk about the other world and the fog and disappearing into it and the other dimension and kidnap. And it's just, there's nothing there that, number one, there's nothing there that's scary. And number two, they just think that if they throw everything at the wall and add in all these atmospheric elements, it'll make it good, and it doesn't. I mean, this thing they made for, I want to say, it was successful. They made it for like $20 million, and I think it made over $50 million. So people saw the name and went and paid for it.
I was going to ask you if it was theatrical or not, because I don't remember seeing shit about it. I remember seeing the marketing for Silent Hill when that first came out, and I saw that in theaters, but I don't ever remember this one.
This one came out during the 3D craze. You remember, like 2010 to 2014, everything was like, we're gonna put it in 3D. You get to go with the glasses, and that's the other thing. It's like, hey, we're gonna make it in 3D, so when Pyramid Head stabs his big old machete, his butcher machete, it's gonna come out of the screen at you. It's like, you can't just take movies, make them, and put them through a 3D filter and add all these elements and expect them to be good. I mean, I don't even want to get into the plot here. Like I said, it loosely follows Silent Hill 3. It has to do with Heather, and she goes into Silent Hill and finds out that she's the twin of a girl that was born there a long time ago and named Alessa. And it's just, what more can I say about it? It's trash. It's such garbage. And it's number 2 on my worst of all time. Like, what else is there to say?
We won't put you through any more trauma. Well, I mean, we're about to, because you're about to tell me you're number 1. But I will lighten it up here a little bit. And I got to ask, because I asked, what video game would you like to see turn into a horror movie? What horror movie would you want to play a video game of?
Ooh, that's a really good question.
I got one right off the tip of my tongue. And I'm going to say The Purge. How fucking fun.
Okay.
My God. That'd be very Grand Theft Auto-ish. It'd be so much fun. Maybe there is a Purge game out there. I have no idea. I think there's a Blair Witch game out there too somewhere.
There is. I played it. It's fantastic.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about Purge game. Like, you can pick. Like, are you
a survivor, or are you one of the people that are trying to antagonize survivors?
Developers, make it. Give us credit.
Let's go. Get on this, Rockstar.
Make us characters. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption, but with that'd be a cool movie too. Fuck. Okay,
I'd be down with that.
Have you thought about one? What do you?
I do.
If you want to think about it till the end, or
no, I've actually got it off the grip. I want to play a game based on The Strangers, the original Strangers. You're in a house, like a bigger house, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe like you could call it a mansion. It's a 3-story house, the basement, so there's actually room to move around. And the strangers, they're there. They're antagonizing you. They'll do a lot of different things. Like maybe you'll get part of the story is you get captured. You're in a room and they're just staring at you through their mask, and then they walk out, and then you have to escape from the chair, and you get out of the room, and now you have to avoid them, and they're like looking for you. That would be pretty scary.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things. God damn, like, come on. And
you're completely unarmed. You have no arms, no weapons.
Yeah, no. You have to use what's around you and escape. And I love that. God, I want to play that game. And that and The Purge. Right? I always thought it'd be fun to do a found footage Purge movie. It's like, hey, you guys survived the night, and maybe it's meta glasses. I don't know, but okay, enough bullshit. I'm gonna guess your number 1 here.
Hit me.
Okay, so. God damn, you're right. There's a lot of blood rain here. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna try and do this without a clue.
Okay.
Okay, because he made movies all around the same time. Like 2000s seems to be the wheelhouse here. I'm gonna go one that was early-ish 2000s, and I'm gonna say House of the Dead.
You are so close.
Oh, damn it. Okay, not House of the Dead. Okay, not House of the Dead. I'm so close, though, huh? He made a movie called Auschwitz.
He's a horrible man.
Is it Alone in the Dark?
It is Alone in the Dark.
Okay, that was my backup. But
that's the thing. So Alone in the Dark and House of the Dead are widely considered the 2 worst films ever made based on games. I'm going with Alone in the Dark because Alone in the Dark is not only considered one of the worst video game films of all time, it is considered one of the worst films ever made. To give you an idea, it holds a 1% approval on Rotten Tomatoes. 1%.
And that's just
something. And that's probably Uwe Boll who took the survey.
Or
his burner account.
You're going to leave a Google review, but you can't leave 0 stars. You have to leave at least 1 star. Mm-hmm. Is that what this is? You have to leave at least 1%.
It is. To give you guys, they made it for $20 million. This thing somehow made $12 million, but I think that's based on the star power that was behind it. He did get Christian Slater somehow for this film. He got Tara Reid, and in 2005, Tara Reid
she was a big deal. She's
hot. Yep.
Yeah.
Steven Dorff of Blade fame starred in this. So, I mean,
dude, I saw it and I don't remember shit about it. I just remember being confused the entire time because I didn't play the video game and I don't remember much.
It's so terrible. Now, there's a uniqueness behind the video game here because Alone in the Dark, the original Alone in the Dark, is considered the original survival horror game. Now, purists could say that a Japanese game called Sweet Home could be kind of considered the original survival horror game, but Alone in the Dark was the first survival horror game where you go around, you're in danger, you solve puzzles, you don't have a lot of weapons or ammo. You have to fight, very Resident Evil-like, right? You have to find, the item, and you have to go back to the room and unlock the door. And that was Alone in the Dark. It's, again, the progenitor. Without Alone in the Dark, you don't get Resident Evil, you don't get Dino Crisis, you don't get any of that stuff. We also had a remake of Alone in the Dark in 2001 called Alone in the Dark: The New Nightmare on Xbox 360, I believe it was. No, 2002, 2001, that would be a PC game. They did remake Alone in the Dark for the Xbox 360 in 2008 or 2009, something like that. All that to say, this film is loosely based on that first remake called Alone in the Dark and The New Nightmare. But I'm sort of speechless trying to explain it because there's nothing I can say about it that we haven't said, number one, about the previous 4 films before this. But number two, I mean, when something holds a 1% on Rotten Tomatoes and it is widely considered the worst film, one of the worst films ever made, I sort of feels like that says everything it needs to, right? Christian Slater plays our main character. He's a paranormal investigator named Carnby. They did also remake Alone in the Dark, I want to say 2 years ago. And fun fact, David Harbour of Stranger Things plays Carnby in that game, which is kind of cool.
In Santa Claus.
Yeah, yep. Which are making a sequel, by the way.
I can't wait.
Samara Weaving's supposed to be Mrs. Claus. I don't know.
She's in
maybe.
everything.
She's really good.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. if I'm right, though, yeah,
It's
watch it pull up
Grace.
when I'm right. Yeah, for sure. No, she's the kid Claus. She's the daughter Claus.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, this film is like, it's another one that's like, how did this thing get made? I can't even talk about the plot, guys. Like, number one, I don't remember the plot details. I know that Christian Slater plays Carnby, Tara Reid plays a damsel in distress. There's a curator, a museum curator, and they find like an artifact puzzle that they kind of take apart, and that leads them on the national treasure chase, but it's like haunted. They find out that a bunch of people in like the United States and Canada heard like a scream, kind of like in The Rise of Skywalker. They just hear a voice on the radio. It's Palpatine laughing, and it's like in this film you hear people all hear this weird scream. I mean, it is such a dog shit piece of. I mean, there's always been shovelware movies, right? Particularly in like the 70s, like the sexploitation, the blaxploitation films. But those are at least like, particularly blaxploitations, like Black Dynamite. They're enjoyable. They're playing on the goof of what they're making the movie about, right? This thing, they're trying to make it serious, and it came out, in the late 90s, early 2000s, where you could go to City Market or Kroger and your Blockbuster, Hollywood Video, wherever you rented movies from at the time. If you guys don't know, we used to have to go down and rent movies. You couldn't just stream them. But you'd go down, you would see a ton of movies, and this one would stick out. You're like, oh, this looks kind of good. And you grab it, you take it home, and you watch it, and you're just like, man, this is just it's shit. It's such shit, you guys. There's nothing else more to say about it.
A waste of a red box. Yeah.
Oh, horrible waste of a red box.
Yeah.
I don't know how they got Christian Slater to star in this thing. Tara Reid's the archaeologist. Like I said, Steven Dorff, he plays like an army lieutenant or an army commander or something. All to say, you guys would be better off if you do a Google search on funny Uwe Boll interviews. You'll get so much more enjoyment out of that than you will by watching any of his films.
Which I find it funny because he's not the first director that's come out and been like, my shit's better than Marvel stuff. It's like, look, I don't go to a Marvel movie, at least when they were at their height. I didn't go to Avengers expecting some cinematic masterpiece, which, I mean, actually, they ended up turning out to be pretty damn good.
It's popcorn. You want to be entertained.
Yeah, I mean, fuck.
I have I want to read you a real quick review of Alone in the Dark. Alone in the Dark has an approval rating of 1% based on 120 reviews with an average rating of 2.2 out of 10. The site's critical consensus reads, inept on almost every level, Alone in the Dark may not work as a thriller, but it's good for some head-slapping, incredulous laughter. On Metacritic, the film has a score of 9 out of 100 based on 25 critics, indicating overwhelming dislike. Audiences surveyed by CinemaScore gave the film a rare F grade, meaning the audiences hated it more than the damn critics did. Scott Brown of Entertainment Weekly gave the film an F grade, commenting that the film was so bad it's postmodern. In the film, so this is funny, in the film's only positive review listed on Rotten Tomatoes, Michelle Alexandria, I bet she's retired or was chased out of the business, of Eclipse magazine, that fantastic publication, wrote, Alone in the Dark. Alone in the Dark isn't going to set the world on fire, but it largely succeeds with what it has to work with. Just don't take it seriously and you'll have a fun time. I did not take it seriously. Did not have a fun time. French fry when you pizza, gonna have a bad time. This film was a bad time.
Damn.
God, it was a bad time. By the way, the Stinkers Bad Movie Awards, this film won Worst Picture, Worst Director, Uwe Boll, Worst Actress, Tara Reid. It was nominated for Worst Song or Song Performance, and it also won for Least Special Effects.
Dude, so it's even getting torched on a song? Jesus Christ. And what is that? Is that like the Razzies minor league system? It's like the
minor league Razzies. It's funny you mentioned the Razzies because Tara Reid was nominated for a Razzie for Worst Actress and Uwe Boll was nominated for a Razzie for Worst Director.
Well, at least they got that going for him. I mean, hey,
Adam
Sandler for Jack and Jill swept the Razzies one year. So I love the Razzies. We do our own kind of thing for the end of the year. We do a worst movies of the year, and we got some strong contenders already this year, so I can't wait to do that. But I'm going to switch it up a little bit here because obviously, guys, we're going to do Mortal Kombat 2 on Friday, so hope you guys stick around for that. At the end of each episode, we do because I feel like Chris has been through enough pain tonight. We usually give a horror movie suggestion. I'm gonna flip it on its side here. I'm gonna say a horror video game that might not necessarily be a movie that you want to recommend. I'm gonna jump in. It's one of the rare video games based off a horror movie, and I'm gonna say Saw because there is a Saw game and it is hard as shit. And it is kind of cool because they do like Detective Tapp, Danny Glover's character. You play as him. Like it does kind of. It's like Saw 1.5 sort of. It's not the most thrilling game you'll ever play. There's not a ton of action, but there are a lot of puzzles. And so give the Saw video game a shot. That's what I got for this one.
Love it.
What do you got?
Man, I could dig deep on my recommendations on this one, but I'm going to go with something a little bit more unknown. I'm going to give you guys a game called Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Now, there's multiple Amnesia games. There's Amnesia: The Dark Descent. There's Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs. There's Amnesia: Justine. There's Amnesia: The Bunker. I'm going to recommend the one I recommend that you play is The Bunker. It's the most recent delivery. This is one of those games that you guys are used to and we're used to in video games, right? It's almost like a power fantasy. Like you go along, you level up, you become stronger, you're able to fight bigger monsters. This game it gives you a pistol. So it takes place during World War One, and you're in a trench, right? Trench warfare, and you're being chased.
Do you have a shovel? Do you have a shovel?
You don't have a shovel. You do not have a shovel.
Damn it.
You have a little flashlight, and you are being hunted and chased around because it's a trench that goes into a bunker. So it's very big, but you are being chased by some entity. And every time if you want to turn your flashlight on, again, it's 1911. You have to crank the flashlight up, and if you do that, the thing's going to hear you and come running. So extremely scary, extremely tense. Highly recommended. Play it in the dark with the lights off. You'll love it.
Ooh, that is terrifying. Like you're stuck in a war zone. Trench warfare is terrifying on its own. That whole thing is fucking demented. I don't know.
All Quiet on the Western Front.
Dude, I was just going to bring that up because I watched that when it first came out on Netflix. I hadn't seen the original. I didn't read the book or anything.
It should have won Movie of the Year. That thing was.
Dude, my God, it's so. I don't want to ruin it for people, but it is like like it is very real, probably as realistic as you can get, like Saving Private Ryan ish. But just
For
like
World War One,
just like the ending of that, like they, spoiler alert, turn us off right now if you don't want to know, but they, they signed the treaty and they're like, it doesn't start until what, like 11 a.m.
Yep.
And they do that fucking last charge. I'm like, how much fucking meaningless death is going on here?
Yeah, the stupid ass commander is like, but it's not over. We're gonna take. And to give you guys an idea, for I want to say 18 months, the front, it was, you have the British, you have the Germans. For 18 months, the front never moved more than 200 feet either way for 18 months, and it's just death, destruction, and death both ways.
I will listen to documentaries on World War One and trench warfare. There, one that is kind of uplifting is the Christmas soccer game. I don't know if you are familiar with that. It was, I believe it was French and German, maybe it was British, but basically, Christmas was coming up, and they heard the guys on the other end of the trench, singing songs and this and that. One brave dude got up with a flag, and just then everybody started coming up, and they kind of just hung out for a day, and they drank, they told stories, and then they went back to their trenches, and the next day they went at it. And there's stories about guys joking about like, hey, just keep your head down out there because I'll be shooting for you. And people you forget, and this is why I think these movies are so important. Saving Private Ryan is another one. I think, by the way, I think both of these films should be required viewing in every high school curriculum. You forget that wars are fought by kids, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20, 25, they're children out there. And it's like, we are doing what we're being told to do. And All Quiet on the Western Front is interesting because it's from the POV of the Germans, of the, what we perceive as the evil side. And it's just like, it's this kid, he's patriotic. He literally in the first scene gets a uniform that has just been used by a dude that's killed. And like the ending is just heartbreaking. It seems so meaningless. Guys, I didn't mean to turn this into a World War One episode, but watch All Quiet on the Western Front. It is absolutely, I'm not going to say it's like you're going to feel great after watching it. Like,
you're going to feel the way you felt at the end of Private Ryan, or at like, kind of like, I'm not going to say not like Schindler's List. Schindler's List is like you need to recover for 3 days. But
Hacksaw Ridge, that one was
Hacksaw Ridge.
That one had an uplifting ending though. But
it humanizes the soldiers in a war, because to your point, they're excited. He's a patriot. Him and his friends sign up, where they're excited to go fight for their country, which is a fantastic thing. It's wonderful to have that sense of, and then they actually get there and see this is what's happening. This is what we're doing. And it's just, the humanity is war is a guy that I met. He's an evangelist that was in Iraq, and he wrote a book. He's like, war is, it's human sin magnified to its most climactic. And I was like, yeah, that's in this movie. All these movies really show that, and that's something you can't forget.
Well, and it's that ending of it is the thing that sticks with you, because it's like, there's even a part where they're like, oh, they're going to sign the treaty. It's going to go into effect at 11. And a couple of the German soldiers are like, all right, sweet, we're going home. And then I believe they get shot because they're going to desert, because they're not going to go on this charge.
Yeah, they're like, nope, we'll kill you if you're not going to go charge. It's going to be over in 15 minutes, but go charge one more time.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the other side, the British and the French, they're just
like, what the hell is going on?
They're sipping coffee. They're just, hey, we won. We've gone through hell. No, there are no winners. Let's put it that way. But, oof, man, yeah, guys, watch that movie. It's horrific in a different sense. But join us Friday for a fun one. We're gonna have a really fun one for Mortal Kombat 2. We got Johnny Cage back in the fold here, and it's you text me. It's already setting records, or it's close to setting records, and
it's supposed to be doing well.
I'm so excited to talk about this one, Chris. If you don't have anything, we will see you guys on Friday for Mortal Kombat 2, and then next week we're gonna do the most not bad, tolerable. You won't hate yourself for watching it.
All you gamers, join us. Let us know what you think. Tell me how off the list is this week. Tell me how off it is next week. What did I miss? What did I not include? What should I not have included? We want to know.
Gamer community, go after him.
Right here. Bring it.
All right. We will see you guys Friday. Peace.